che pizza.
This could revolutionise the way that we travel, and I'm really, really hoping it works out.
Like, I must have had about 10 come in when I came in.
Is all of this is the memory?
Yes.
The memory of you having them when you were a child.
I love cherish.
How on earth do we get out of here?
She's coming this way. She's following us. That's a bad idea. That was one of the worst driving experiences so far in this car. It's something so unique and special. I don't think I've been to anything quite like it before.
Absolutely insane to be in here right now. Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a British couple who have been doing full-time van life in the UK for over 3 years. But with recent turn of events, we decided to raffle off our current large camper van conversion and are currently travelling and living in the back of a Citroen Berlingo car camper. It's also the first time proper that we are travelling the rest of Europe, and as such we are having to adapt to European ways as well as adapting to living in such a tiny space. The main aim was to head south, searching for warmer climates and different cultures, and last week unexpectedly ended up taking our microcamper to the party island of Ibiza, where we had a too close encounter with the local police who really don't like any sort of camper vans on the island. We have, however, just returned back from Ibiza and are returning to the Provence region of the south of France, a place Liam has long wanted to visit. But last time we were here, just a couple of weeks ago, we unfortunately found ourselves in dodgy and potentially dangerous situations with our poor choice of camping spots. But wanting to give France a second chance, and this time with a new plan of action to hopefully avoid the crime, we move onward. Keep your fingers crossed for us as we are just about to travel into south of France for the second time.
Good morning from the Costa Brava region of Spain. We've got off the ferry in Ibiza to Barcelona. We didn't want to hang around in Barcelona because it's a bit dodgy, especially for car campers and camper vans. And we headed up the coast, east, heading back towards France, the south of France. And this is where we are now. This is a beautiful air, costs between £10 and £15 of electric hookup, shower and all that. And it's our first experience of like an air, not the dodgy ones. Last time we was in the south of France, before we went to Ibiza, our experience of airs was really dodgy. We got our credit card cloned, we got potentially scammed twice by 2 different people at 2 different places, and we came across some sort of crazy people in the middle of the night smashing stuff and shouting just outside our car while we're trying to sleep. And it's just a notoriously dodgy place to be, the motorway airs, but we didn't know that information. We left to go to Ibiza. We've learned a lot more. We've been in the flipping car for like pretty much a month now, continuously sleeping continuously in the car, and we're a bit wiser to stuff now. So we're going to go back and to have a second attempt at the south of France, the Provence region, the region that I was really excited about going to, but it left a dampener on it. Also in this video, we've got a change of direction as well. We've got a new exciting adventure that we're going on based on 2 people that were parked up next to us the other night in Ibiza who have suggested something that sounds just awesome. I just can't get it out of my head. I think it's going to be a new, better, more epic way of traveling to Italy, and all that to share with you. But first thing we're going to do is head to Montpellier in the south of France, in the Provence region, and hopefully this is going to go better than last time.
Forever young, or am I faking on the tip?
Okay, cool, we're off. I'm so pleased that actually we're giving France a second chance. Yeah, it deserves it, I think, hopefully. And I'm really excited to go to Montpellier as well. If it's anything like the Montpellier in Cheltenham in England, it's going to be beautiful. So yeah, we'll see. Montpellier is actually a low emission zone. We haven't come across many of these on our travels so far. What this means is that you need a Critère vignette sticker, which unfortunately we don't have. It didn't arrive in time, so after much research we found out that as long as you have applied for the sticker and you can prove that you have one, if asked by an official, there should be no problem. So we made our way into the centre of Montpellier. Amazing! We have just successfully parked under the Arc de Triomphe. Not the one in Paris, but the one in Montpellier, and it's beautiful.
So this isn't Paris, this is Montpellier. This is Montpellier's most famous landmark here, and it is the Arc de Triomphe, and apparently it's modelled on the one in Paris and was built soon after in like late 1600s or something. So it's like the most famous structure here. Apparently this is the most sunniest city in the whole of France as well, with 300 days of sunshine a year, and it's absolutely stunning. Like when you picture France in your head, the romantic part of France, this is what you picture, all of this stuff. And there's a lot of like sort of influencer type people here doing the beats, taking photos and selfies and what have you. Anyway, all of the glamour and all of the glitz is not what we're here for. We've actually heard that despite France being probably the least vegan friendly place we've ever been to, we've actually heard there's a plant-based patisserie here, and we're going to go and find it because it's been a while. So we're going to take in some of the sights whilst trying to find it as well.
Leaving the sights of Montpellier until after visiting the patisserie, we headed off for some French delights.
Nadia?
Nadia.
You're Nadia, yeah, okay.
I'm Nadia.
I'm Clara, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm also a vegan chef,
Oh,
and
are
I
you?
work sometimes with Nadia, so I can translate some stuff.
Oh, cool, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for that. Nice to meet you.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Ah, je vous ai fait des pizzas.
It's 100% plant-based patisserie, and when you travel around France all the time and you see no vegan products or anything, or bakeries or boucheries or boulangeries, and then you find something like this, it's worth heading towards for sure.
So we arrived at the patisserie expecting to buy a slice of cake or two perhaps. However, upon arrival, we received so much more. It turns out that this might be one of the most unique bakeries in the world, all due to the patisserie chef and business owner, Nadia. Not only is this bakery completely plant-based, which is very rare in France, but Nadia cannot smell or taste anything due to a cancer operation in her nose. Without the necessary senses in hand, Nadia actually bakes all the traditional French cakes using memories from her childhood. Nadia also explained to us that without taste and smell, texture is important for her to unlock those past memories of what the cake should taste like. But the proof, they say, is in the pudding, and today we felt like special guests at Stevie Wonder concert as Nadia took us on an extraordinary journey into French cuisine.
So all of this is the memory.
Yes.
The memory of you having when you
Yes.
were a child.
I love cherish. I remember cherish. Comment on dit même en anglais? Even I don't taste cherish. I remember the
Wow.
flavor.
So the textures that you get the texture come,
Yes.
and then everything else is a memory.
Yes.
Wow. Merci beaucoup.
Sorry.
Wow, look at it. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
know.
Cheese.
Salut.
Sorry. Ah, d'accord.
The funny thing is,
Tu peux la-
she's watching with so much confidence. She knows it's absolutely beautiful. Completely out of this world. Amazing.
As Nadia packed us a box of her delicious cakes, pizzas and a huge jar of the homemade caramel and Kinder Bueno spread, we said our goodbyes to the most unique patisserie in France and then went to check out the rest of the city. Montpellier is a university city with apparently 70% of the population being students here. The centre of the city, we will soon find out, is car-free and has stunning architecture, including some Gothic and of course the Arc de Triomphe. We loved walking through the Gothic streets and beautiful al fresco dining almost everywhere.
Wow, Montpellier is absolutely stunning. I did not know that I'd like it this much because it's not usually my style. It's quite sort of a bit too posh and fancy. But actual fact, I'm not feeling any judgment. It's very quaint, it's very pretty, it's very stylish. There's a lot of like fashion about, but it's not like sort of looking down on other people fashion. It's got a really nice ambience and atmosphere to it, really nice vibe. Which I wasn't expecting. It's gone way above my expectations, and it's just so darn pretty. I was just saying to Janine, I could spend time going from cafe to cafe, pub to pub in this place, and just drinking and reading all day long. It would just be brilliant. But we've got to go. We spent so long driving here from Spain, and then we spent so long in the patisserie, which was well worth it, the plant-based patisserie. The whole day's gone by, and we have new places that we're going to park up. We're not going to go back to Aires, the motorway Aires. One of you guys contacted us and told us about something called France Passion. And France Passion is a new way of camping around France that I wasn't even aware of. Yet we did it last time unintentionally for one night. So basically what it is you stay at vineyards and like olive groves and stuff where they make olive oil. I thought, flipping out, that's brilliant. You just join a club, cost 33 euros for a year, and you get to stay at all these vineyards all over France, and there's literally buckets of them, like thousands of them, especially in the Provence region where we are now. So what you're supposed to do is roll up, do a bit of wine tasting, and you get to stay for the evening. That's what the plan is anyway. I've found one nearby that gives you like an interactive map. I found one nearby that's like an organic one. We're going to go and check that out and see what it's like together. This could revolutionise the way that we travel, and I'm really, really hoping it works out.
Feeling hopeful that we'll find a safe and nice place to sleep tonight, we headed off, squeezing out of the tiny car park and into the fire.
Get the hell out of it quick.
We're on the tram line.
This does not seem right. Oh shit. We are in the wrong place.
Oh no, how do we get out of here? How on earth do we get out of here?
That was frightening. That was well frightening. How am I supposed to get out of here now? Taxi's that way. I reckon I'm just going to go that way where the taxi's going.
Just get the sat-nav up.
Oh, I'm just not going. That was like, we had a narrow escape there. Are they doing the same thing? She's coming this way. She's following us. That's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. This is only for taxis, but it's safer than being on a flipping tram line.
Oh my god. Shit. Can't get through there. Oh my god, so we're driving on the trams because the car park let us out on the tram lines. It was so weird. So we came out and we turned right and the lady behind us turned right. We all sort of got stuck on these tram lines. So the only way out is to just go back where we came. So that's what we're doing. But it's really scary.
It's a bus route, is it?
No, there's bollards.
Oh, there's bollards. Okay. Shit, where are we supposed to go? They're all going that way.
We need to get up there.
It's just frightening. Really frightening. Can I go down any of these roads?
Yeah, I'd go down there, yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because there's a car there and there's cars at the end, so...
If he comes this way, then we can't go that way. That was absolutely horrible. It was one of the worst driving experiences so far in this car. Centre of Montpellier. Not easy at all, not even with a sat-nav, not with anything. Very, very dodgy. I didn't expect it to be like this, just like a flipping campsite almost.
I know. Oh my god, we've just pulled up and we've got so many mosquitoes inside just from me opening the door for a second.
Let's see if this works.
Getting mauled. What's that, Liam?
Citronella. So we need this to fuse up the sticks.
I just don't think that's gonna do it.
It is. Getting all citronellaed up.
You will grow up in the blink of an eye and move.
They're gonna hate being in here.
Beyond your own. But no matter what comes your
Don't whack
way,
the stuff
I
over
will
when you do
stay
that. So open the door. Open the door.
Okay, so we're at a vineyard where we're going to be staying the night. We've just pulled up. I've never seen so many mosquitoes in my whole life. We just keep finding them inside. Like, I must have had about 10 come in when I came in, and now they're trapped in here, so they keep appearing. But anyway, we're slowly getting rid of them, and there's a ton more outside waiting for us. So we've put mosquito stuff on. We're all, hopefully, we smell awful to mosquitoes now. And we're going to go in and see if we can buy a bottle of wine. Just see what the crack is.
There's people picnicking out there. Once it's sorted out, but there's a bit of a breeze as well. It'll be fine. Let's go and I think the idea is you come and you either do wine tasting and buy a bottle of wine, or we just skip the wine tasting and buy a bottle of wine because they're going to be closing soon. So let's just go and see. Get out quick. Shut the doors quick.
Okay.
I will do everything I can for you.
Bonjour.
Having a quick look around the shop and testing out some of their beautiful organic wines, we grabbed a bottle and headed off to enjoy the last part of the day in complete serenity.
Right, our first experience of France Passion is a bloody good one, apart from the mosquitoes, which is nothing to do with anybody's fault or anything like that. It's just how it is. Today, all we've done is experience wonderful people, like very, very kind, friendly people. And this place is no exception. She was really, really nice and friendly. She spoke lovely English. She let us try the wines. She had good knowledge on what was vegan and what was not. It's that's all organic. And she gave us 2 free gifts as well that do cost money, but she gave them us for free. Not because we're YouTubers or anything like that. it's because we needed them. One is a wine cork opener, which we don't have, which is criminal, I'm sure. The last place we went to, we didn't have glasses. And the other thing is a cork stopper. So once you've corked the wine, because they've all got corks in, we've got a stopper for it. So far I've got a really, really nice, wonderful, warm, cozy feeling about France Passion. So thank you to whoever recommended that to us. Oh, and she told us about something that we missed last time we were in south of France, just 2 weeks ago, that we have to see on the bucket list. And she said there's some nearby, that we can see it nearby. We're going to do that tomorrow morning.
In an attempt to sit outside for a glass of wine at sunset, we quickly cancelled that idea after being attacked by mozzies. So for the first time ever in our little Berlingo, we decided to have an indoor picnic, eating all the amazing food that was given to us by Nadia earlier in the day and watching the sunset from the safety of our car. It might be a complete disaster in here, but we've got a massive picnic and loads of wine. So it's going to be really good. We're going to have a party. Okay, it's not looking bad actually. We put this here, it's like a proper little sofa. I'm going to move it to let Liam in, but yeah, this is our evening space.
This is the most decadent car camping we've ever done, isn't it?
Yeah, vegan quiche and wine.
From the vines out there as well.
Yeah.
Always, it's something really nice about that. It feels like they've just picked them, squashed them with their feet. And that quiche number.
It's really good, isn't it? Cheers.
Cheers. Bon anniversaire.
Dreams wish that I had the power in me, but I'm just too madly insecure. All the time that I'm wasting, always looking at strangers, thinking they're so much better than me. All the time that I wait instead of making some changes. It's crazy. Who's that girl? She walks around like she could rule the world. She goes for everything that she
One of the least funnest things in the world, isn't it?
I just saw you through the car swatting a mosquito with a pillow. Close that properly, because they'll get in that. Okay, well that's a beautiful sunset. There's lots and lots of camper vans here. Everyone's inside, I'm guessing because of the mosquito thing. But everyone's watching the sunset, and this is actually a really nice place. So we're gonna go inside now. The sun is about to get really dark, and we're gonna hide away from these mozzies. Yeah, so good night. Put my shoes there. Right. It's about going in and not letting any in when I go in. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Oh my god, quick.
Get in. Give them time to settle away from the van.
Let me get the fan on them.
That's what it should have been anyway.
Oh no, I think they're in.
tell me who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
This is a good day as any to start the rebuilding life.
Oh my gosh, just after sunrise and we are out of there. It was really nice, but the mosquitoes were just absolutely insane. So we just thought we're not going to be able to enjoy a cup of tea or anything in the morning, so we may as well just go. So that's what we've done. Really fast leave in the morning, and we're on to our next place. Hopefully we can get a cup of tea or something. That could be an option.
That could definitely be an option. Okay, so now we're on to a better start for the day. It's going to be another beautiful day today. Actually, this area is all a national park around here, or we're on the outskirts of a national park. Apparently, there's wild flamingos. If we see wild flamingos, we'll be so happy because it would be another bucket list thing crossed off the list for France. And we've got some really exciting places to go to today, even all around this beautiful sort of Provence region, in between sort of Montpellier and Marseille. There's loads to see, whilst avoiding the sort of the crime aspects as well that we did last time. We've done so well this time. It's like night and day compared to our last trip to France, where we experienced so many dodgy things. And then also as well, we're going to share with you our plans moving forwards, which are so exciting. We've taken a new, completely alternative route diversion that makes so much more sense to us because we're in a car. So we're really excited to share that with you. But let's go and see if we can find some wild flamingos first, and then go to our first destination of the day and just explore Provence some more.
We headed off once again on a mission to find wild flamingos around the Carmagou National Park, huge salt marshes and rice fields, and home to a vast array of marine and bird life. The park was flat and beautiful. It was so peaceful driving the small roads between the marshes, an ideal environment for flamingos, which we did eventually find, but they were too far away to count as a tick in the French bucket list box. Both of us noted how fortunate we are to live in a world of silver linings. Without the hunt for flamingos, we wouldn't have experienced this pretty place. We took in the beauty for a while longer and directed the compass to another quintessential location on the map, a place they call the City of 1,000 Fountains. Are you ready to check out Aix-en-Provence?
Aix-en-Provence. We're butchering the names of these places, but it looks so pretty. It's a student town, and it's a Sunday, unfortunately, so everything's going to be shut. But we thought we'd have a little wander. It's in the Provence. And then before we go on to our next place, which is going to be a bit more active.
Okay, so we are in a place called Aix-en-Provence, which is a beautiful city, as we saw on the way in. And we are off now. We're going to go and try and find coffee, and that's where we're going to be explaining to you where we're going to be going on this whole trip. So not just the next couple of days, but entirely on our Europe adventure. Okay, I'm obsessing over this place. Look at this door. It is so nice. It's so gothic. Even these balconies are so cool. Admiring the buildings, we wandered through the streets to find a place to have a coffee.
So, Maison, not Noche, in Aix-en-Provence, which is a beautiful city, is some of the best coffee I've had in a very, very long time. It takes some beating, that does. Trust us, that's a very good recommendation. Janine said the same thing. Anyway, we said that we'd share with you what we're doing next, and our plans have completely changed again, based on the people we meet and the things that have laid in front of us, which always happens with us. We're very, very easily influenced, especially when what people are influencing us with sounds really good. Obviously, we're free spirits, so we don't mind changing our plans. So, the general direction, as you know, was Italy, heading towards Italy, and it still is. But what happened the other day in Ibiza was that we were staying at that homestay, and this wonderful Spanish couple pulled up next to us, Vanlifers, and they have got like a wealth of knowledge about Southern Europe for van lifing and stuff. And they said, even though they've not been, they were saying, what route are you taking to Italy? And I said, oh, we're going, you know, mainland through south of France, Monaco, through the north of Italy, down through to Rome, following the coast all the way down, maybe hopefully to Sicily if we can make it there. And they said, well, have you thought about going the island route way? I never even considered it. I don't know why. Partly because my geography is terrible as well. There's two big islands that we can take pretty much from here. We're just north of Marseille at the moment. From Marseille all the way to Rome. And it would mean hopping over two separate islands to get there, large islands. Those two islands are Corsica and Sardinia. So rather than taking the mainland route, which would have been cool, as we've got a car and the ferry costs are much less because we've got a small vehicle and it counts as a car rather than a camper van, we've decided to go via Corsica and Sardinia. Corsica, of course, is France, which I've only just learned. I thought it was Italy. And Sardinia is Italy. So we get to do like a really, it's going to be epic, man. Like, we get to do south of France, going to somewhere even further south of France that I guess that not many people go to, And then we get to go, then the island that sort of is very close to it, but just as big and as well, is Sardinia. So we get to go through south and see how it transitions into south of France and see how it transitions into Italy. And then we hopefully take a ferry at the bottom of Sardinia to Rome. That's the plan. I've only got as far as Corsica so far, and we booked the ferry as well. So we're literally, in a couple of days' time, we're going from Marseille to Corsica, a place called Bastia in Corsica. And I know nothing, we know nothing about Corsica, we know nothing about Sardinia, and we find that very, very exciting. How good is it for van life? I don't know. Actually, I do know one thing. Corsica is a little bit dodgy for van life. It's sort of similar to Ibiza, with the police don't really like it so much. But as we're in a car, we got away with it in Ibiza. We had a great time in Ibiza. We left the place better than we found it. We're just going to go for it, head first. So there you have it. That's our plans, and we're going to take you along with us, of course, and hopefully make it to mainland Italy at some point, but who knows what's going to happen in between in those two islands. Today, the rest of the plans are, we're going to go to, we've got a really cool site to go to, hopefully two cool sites to go to in this area, quite famous actually, and tonight we're going to go back to another France Passion site. So the France Passion sites are all over France, and last night was a really good, successful trip. It cost us a bottle of wine, although we didn't have to pay for the bottle of wine. We could have just stayed there overnight. Apart from the mosquitoes, it was really good. So if we can go to another one and this one's successful, then that should be good as well. This time, this one that I found is a olive grove, so it should be really interesting. Anyway, that's what we got planned for today. We better get going.
We couldn't leave this city without having a wander around. It's clear to see the architecture and buildings in this part of France are unique and visually stunning. Walking through the streets makes you feel like you're on the set of a movie or stage musical like Les Miserables. However, Aix-en-Provence has added beauty bonus points with its huge amount of fountains scattered through this quaint student town. Could it be prettier than Montpellier, if that's at all possible? Aix-en-Provence isn't just famous for its Gothic architecture or its renowned flower market, but it was also home to the post-impressionist partner Paul Cézanne, who featured the city in much of his work. We found a place that makes falafel sandwiches for just €5, so sat down for a bite to eat.
We just had the most amazing time walking through the streets. Honestly, it felt like we were walking through a film set. The sun was nice and warm, and the tall buildings, everything was just beautiful. We stumbled across a flower market and the smells were everywhere of the flowers. It was just like a fantasy. You can imagine walking through the streets in France. It was just like that. It was really cool, wasn't it? Beautiful. And now we're about to eat.
Finishing our food, then walking past many fountains as we headed back to the car, we made our way to our final and most exciting location of the day.
If you didn't already guess, we are, and you can't guess by what's behind me here, we are actually in the psychiatric home where Van Gogh checked himself into after cutting off his ear. You know the whole story. Dutch painter, one of the most famous artists of all time and most brilliant artists of all time, suffering severe mental health, checked himself into this psychiatric home in the Provence region, a place where he lived. He lived in Arles, which is not far from here at all. I think didn't he drink a load of absinthe and cut off his own ear, all bandaged up. He checked himself here in 1889 and painted some of his most famous work from here, including the self-portrait where he cut off his own ear with a bandage around it. And my favourite painting is the Starry Night painting as well. And a lot of the scenes around here are part of the paintings and the inspiration for the paintings, and actually in the paintings like the one behind me. So we're going to go and have a wander around now. We're both fans. After seeing the exhibition recently, the immersive exhibition in Leicester, I think it was, this is really exciting for us.
We went into the St Paul psychiatric ward in St Remy de Provence region of southern France, the region that was Van Gogh's favourite place to be. Starting our self-guided tour of the asylum, we entered the kitchen and dining area and admired the impeccable layout of the rooms, mimicking exactly how it was when Vincent was here. It felt like an immense privilege to be allowed into such a special place with such incredible historical significance. Much as the pleasure to be able to view Van Gogh's paintings wherever you are in the world right now through the internet and see straight into the mind of a very troubled but brilliant man. Only by looking at what he painted can we get to grips with what was going on inside his head. Otherwise, you might walk past Vincent in the street and not knowing the complexity and suffering of his mind. An important lesson to us all to treat everyone we meet with kindness, as we have no idea what they are going through inside. Van Gogh's story is very sad, as he never felt the human connection, and his work not even got its credit until he died in 1890, just 1 year after he checked into this institute. Despite the lack of connection, Van Gogh was fascinated with the human experience and deeply concerned with human suffering. He loved nature and used deep, vibrant colours to show his intense emotion to what he saw. Even in seemingly ordinary scenes, his use of colour is almost psychedelic and gives whoever views his work a somewhat spiritual connection to the scene in which he is painted. I think that's why we love him so much. And next on our tour was Vincent's bedroom and study.
I'm in Van Gogh's room. Absolutely insane to be in here right now. The feeling you get when you come in here is complete calmness, but it's kind of slightly eerie as well. The colour of the walls are like dingy green, and the lights are just, they're obviously modern lights, but I can't imagine what the lights used to be like. Maybe it was just natural light and candles, I don't know. But yeah, it would be even more eerie then if that's the case. But yeah, amazing to be in here.
If you're in the Provence region, do not miss coming here. It is amazing. It's something so unique and special. I don't think I've been to anything quite like it before. So pretty, beautiful, quaint, eerie, intense. The lot of it, Van Gogh was a very exceptionally gifted but disturbed person, from what I understand, and that mirrors it. It is something else. I just can't sort of quite put it into words. I'm glad that we sort of documented it on film. Really, really beautiful. Spend some time here. The only thing it's missing is a flipping cafe. If we could get a cup of tea or a coffee, it would be great, right? Anyway, we're going to go now. That was a highlight for me. But now we are going to go and find our accommodation for the evening, where we're going to park up for the evening. I think the way that these things work is that you've got to try and get there sort of before the end of the afternoon to try and establish a place. It's all very new to us still. Hopefully we can get a spot tonight to sleep and it's safe and all the rest of it, but it usually is with this France Passion thing. That's the whole point of it. This is going to be different, something different tonight I think though as well, and it's really close by apparently on the map, so we're going to go and check it out.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be eating.
Hopefully this is where we're staying because I've not felt one mosquito yet.
I know, it's amazing.
Let's go and find out if this is legit. Hopefully.
Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Hello.
Members of France Passion?
France Passion?
Yeah.
France Passion.
Okay. Where? You stop there?
We have just a mini, so down there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine is right for personal.
Personal,
Yeah.
personal.
Well, yeah.
Okay, cool, thank you. Merci.
You can stop.
Merci.
I have
Well, that's a yes then. Tonight we are staying in a beautiful olive graven mill run by a very friendly family. We chatted to the owner about the different produce that they make, from jams and preserves to oils and an array of olives in so many different flavours, supplying some of the finest restaurants in the world. We couldn't resist buying a big pot of lemon, basil and mint flavoured olives and decided to enjoy them with a drink in the local pub before parking up for the evening, enjoying the peaceful surroundings for what is promised to be a great night's sleep.
Wow, what an amazing end to a couple of days. Perfect couple of days. Provence region, I've just got to say right now, on the south of this south of France trip that we've done just these last 2 or 3 days has been one of my favourite trips ever. It is the feeling, the atmosphere and the energy of this part of the south of France is electric. It's absolutely wonderful. Only when you come here will you know what it's like. I'm shocked at it, to be honest with you. And the thing that's made me feel so good about it is how friendly and lovely 100% of the people that we've met in the last 48 hours, longer than that. They've really made it for me. It's one of the best places I've ever visited in a van, and I really mean that. And I'm so excited about continuing our journeys through the south of France, going further south off the mainland into Corsica. I'm really excited about it now. If they're half as friendly as the people in Provence, then we're onto something. We've even got French neighbours tonight, just us and these guys here. They're driving, and he's converted himself a Citroen Jumpy, a vehicle I've never seen before, and he's done such a nice job on it. The reason why he's done that is they used to own a really nice big motorhome, they said, but thieves broke into it and smashed it all up and destroyed it, and now they're in this. They're really happy people. They're very nice, and they gave me a gift just now. I just went over and chatted to them and checked out the van, and they gave me a gift, a couple of local beers. So friendly and so nice. I of course exchanged back and gave them some of our French patisserie cakes, and that's very symbolic of our whole time in France. We've all experienced crime, yet this is one of the most remarkable places on the planet. The people are some of the most hospitable, and I'm really looking forward to the next chapter. If you want to see what happens to us when we go south of France to Corsica, to a place we've got no idea about, apart from the fact that we know that they're not too keen on camper vans like our beefer, then subscribe. And we'll see you next week as we go to Corsica. And please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.